Have you ever thought about why, after turning 50, erections become weaker, energy levels drop, and sleep turns lighter, yet nobody seems willing to discuss it? Many men point to age or just low testosterone. But that isn't truly the underlying issue. Imagine if taking one simple vitamin at night could quietly help maintain stronger erections, more restful sleep, and better energy the following day. In this video, I'll show why the timing is far more important than you might realize. I'm Dr. Rachel Ross, and I've dedicated decades to helping men regain their health the natural way. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and please give a gentle like and subscribe so we can continue this important discussion. You see, most men past 50 believe their issues begin in the morning, waking up feeling groggy with little energy, no morning wood, and an overall feeling that something isn't right. But what if I said the actual problem doesn't start in the morning at all? It really begins the evening before. After 50, your body changes. Hormones become more prone to fluctuation. Sleep grows lighter, and circulation begins to slow. Yet the key factor is that your body no longer performs its optimal repair work during the night. That's precisely when the decline in erections, energy, and restorative sleep truly takes hold. From a biological standpoint, nighttime is when testosterone should be replenished. It's when growth hormone increases, blood vessels relax, and the nervous system enters repair mode. However, if your sleep remains shallow, your room stays too warm, or stress hormones continue firing late into the night, your body fails to reach the deep sleep stage where all this regeneration occurs. Without entering that stage, testosterone production halts and blood vessels fail to dilate properly. That's why morning performance starts to fade. Not simply because you're older, but because your body didn't receive the nighttime support it required. I've seen patients arrive frustrated. They've experimented with testosterone boosters, caffeine, even sleeping pills. Yet nothing addresses the true root cause. I always pose the same question. What does your evening routine look like? Most men over 50 don't recognize that a single poor habit, such as watching TV under bright lights until midnight or having a heavy meal too late, can derail the whole hormonal process. When this occurs night after night, the body adjusts downward, lower testosterone, reduced blood flow, disrupted sleep, it all accumulates. Here's something you can start doing. Tonight, roughly 90 minutes before bedtime, dim the lights, particularly the overhead ones. This one action helps your brain naturally release melatonin. Melatonin initiates your deep sleep cycle, but it also triggers a sequence that safeguards testosterone and promotes healthy blood vessel function through the night. It may seem straightforward, but for men over 50, managing evening light is as effective as any supplement. And now for the key revelation. There's one vital vitamin your body can't absorb properly unless your evening rhythm is aligned. Most men lack it and never consider testing for it. In the upcoming section, I'll detail exactly which vitamin it is, how it functions during sleep, and why taking it in the morning could explain why it hasn't been effective for you. There's a certain vitamin that silently drives much of what your body requires at night. Yet most men over 50 have never heard how crucial it truly is. I'm referring to magnesium, not the hyped-up energy-boosting type you see in ads, but the profound cellular magnesium your body consumes every single night. During sleep, particularly deep sleep, your body relies on magnesium to soothe the nervous system, relax blood vessels, aid testosterone production, and even maintain heart rhythm. When magnesium is insufficient, all those nighttime processes are compromised. Let's look at it practically. As you finally enter that deep, slow wave sleep, your brain shifts into repair mode. Testosterone production reaches its peak in this phase. Blood vessels widen, heart rate decreases, But to accomplish all this, your cells need magnesium. It's the mineral that serves as an activator for more than 300 enzymes, including those required for testosterone synthesis, nitric oxide release to improve blood flow, and GABA activation to quiet the nervous system. So if you're waking up tense, fatigued, or noticing softer erections, it's frequently not merely age. It's a magnesium deficiency that's been quietly depleting you. Stress is a major factor here. Under stress, your body rapidly excretes magnesium. Cortisol, that stress hormone, prompts the kidneys to eliminate it. This explains why men with demanding jobs, poor sleep, or even subtle anxiety often become deficient without realizing. I've heard men in their 60s say, "Doc, I'm doing all the right things, eating clean, walking every day, but I'm still exhausted and not sleeping deeply." When I test their magnesium levels, they're typically very low. And here's what most overlook. Taking magnesium in the morning often doesn't help. Why? Your body utilizes magnesium most intensely at night during recovery. Morning intake, especially with coffee or on an empty stomach, frequently just leads to greater excretion. It's not available when your body truly needs it. But taking it in the evening, 1 to 2 hours before bed, syncs with your natural circadian rhythm. It signals the nervous system to unwind, helps blood vessels relax for improved circulation, and supports that essential hormone repair period when testosterone is rebuilt. One patient of mine, David, aged 58, was waking 5 times nightly. He assumed it was normal aging. We introduced magnesium glycinate into his evening routine, dimmed lights earlier, and in just 2 weeks, he told me, "I finally feel like I really slept." His morning energy, mood, and yes, performance began improving. But not every form of magnesium is the same, and even the right type won't fully work if circulation remains poor. That leads to something even more critical: why stronger erections go beyond performance. They're actually an indicator of your overall circulatory health. Let me clarify. Most men aren't aware that nighttime erections are more than a sign of desire. They're a message from your circulatory system confirming everything is functioning well internally. In fact, one of the first indicators of declining cardiovascular health is reduced erection quality, especially during the night. The same vessels supplying your heart also supply the penis. If those vessels don't open fully or blood flow is sluggish, your body signals this long before any heart problem appears. After 50, this indicator becomes especially vital to monitor. Here's the science. Erections rely on healthy blood vessels and nitric oxide, a natural compound your body produces to allow vessels to relax and widen. At night, during deep sleep in particular, your brain triggers spontaneous erections. It's a maintenance routine like stretching the vascular system. If nitric oxide is low or vessels are stiffened by inflammation or plaque, those nighttime erections weaken or cease entirely. That's not only about intimacy, it's about circulation. Now, what most affects nitric oxide production after 50? Two primary factors: stress and inadequate sleep. Without deep restorative sleep, your body produces less nitric oxide. And if magnesium levels are already low, as we discussed earlier, blood vessels don't receive the full signal to expand. The outcome: you wake tired, morning erections diminish, and you might notice cold hands or feet, another circulation red flag. But there's a straightforward, natural step to begin reversing this. Include a modest portion of nitrate-rich vegetables in your evening meal. Items like beets, arugula, spinach, or a small glass of beet juice can help sustain nitric oxide levels overnight. Combined with magnesium, this produces a powerful synergy. Magnesium enables vessels to respond, while dietary nitrates provide the building blocks for more nitric oxide. One patient, Ken, 64 years old, began adding steamed spinach to dinner along with his evening magnesium. In 3 weeks, his sleep grew deeper, and he said, "Doc, I woke up with morning wood for the first time in months." The beauty is that this isn't a temporary patch. It's genuine long-term restoration. By enhancing nighttime blood flow, you're supporting not just sexual health, but also protecting your brain, heart, and overall energy. Your body depends on good circulation, but here's a link most men miss. Nitric oxide and testosterone work as partners. They rise and fall together, and both rely on deep sleep to reach natural peaks. This leads to the next piece: how deep sleep governs your hormone levels more effectively than any supplement ever could. Let's examine what's truly occurring in your body during sleep. Deep sleep isn't merely for resting. It's where your body reconstructs everything that helps you feel vital and masculine: testosterone, growth hormone, energy, recovery. It all takes place in one crucial nighttime window: deep, uninterrupted sleep. For men over 50, reaching this stage grows harder yet becomes more essential than ever. If your body doesn't enter this deep phase or stay there long enough, hormone levels gradually drop regardless of daytime supplements or healthy eating. Let me describe what happens beneath the surface. Deep sleep, known as slow-wave sleep, prompts the pituitary gland to release pulses of growth hormone. This hormone aids muscle repair and fat metabolism, while also indirectly enhancing testosterone production. Most testosterone is generated in the early morning hours of sleep, around 2 to 4 a.m., provided your body is fully relaxed and at rest. But when sleep is light or fragmented, those hormone pulses fail to occur. You begin the next day hormonally depleted, and it builds night after night. Have you ever awakened at 3 a.m. without cause and struggled to return to sleep? That's among the top complaints I hear from men over 60. You fall asleep easily, yet wake feeling wired and then lie awake frustrated for hours. It's a nervous system imbalance, frequently from unstable blood sugar or high cortisol. And without sufficient magnesium, your brain finds it hard to return to deep sleep. You might eventually doze off, but you've already lost that vital hormone repair window. The next day, you feel the effects: low energy, reduced motivation, brain fog, perhaps a flat mood. So, how do we address this? A simple routine I suggest is this. About 90 minutes before bed, switch off overhead lights and avoid screens. Instead, read a physical book or take a warm shower to signal sleep is near. Then take your magnesium supplement, preferably magnesium glycinate, with a small protein-rich snack, such as a boiled egg or a spoonful of almond butter. This stabilizes blood sugar and aids smooth magnesium absorption. The combination soothes the nervous system, relaxes muscles, and gently guides you into deep sleep where hormone rebuilding occurs. I've watched men in their 70s who were convinced they'd never sleep through the night again wake up refreshed after these minor adjustments. It isn't magic, it's simply biology functioning as intended. But all this is ineffective if you're using the incorrect magnesium type or taking it improperly. In the next section, I'll guide you through exactly how to take it safely, the best timing, and the frequent errors that stop this vital mineral from working. If you plan to use magnesium for better erections, sleep, and energy, it must be taken correctly. I've seen too many men over 50 purchase a bottle, try it once in the morning, notice no change, and abandon it. The reality is, magnesium performs best when aligned with your body's natural rhythm, and that rhythm centers on nighttime repair. Beyond timing, different forms exist, and they aren't all equivalent. Choosing the wrong one or pairing it with certain foods can entirely negate its benefits. Let's begin with timing. The best window for magnesium is 60 to 90 minutes before bed. This allows full absorption and starts calming the nervous system before you lie down. Too close to bedtime, and you might still be processing it as you try to sleep. Too early, and the relaxing effect fades before it's needed most. It's a narrow window, but it matters greatly, especially for men with light sleep or frequent awakenings. Now, dosage. For most men over 50, 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate is safe and effective. I advise starting at around 200 milligrams and increasing gradually. Glycinate is easy on the stomach and avoids loose stools, unlike forms such as citrate. Steer clear of oxide. It's poorly absorbed and mainly acts as a laxative. You're aiming to nourish the nervous system, support blood vessels, and enhance deep sleep quality, not induce bowel movements. There's also a food consideration. Taking magnesium with a small protein snack improves absorption and stabilizes blood sugar, but avoid pairing it with high calcium foods like dairy or calcium supplements simultaneously. Calcium competes with magnesium for gut absorption, reducing benefits if taken together. One patient, Leo, 67, was taking magnesium with his nightly milk. He saw no improvement. Once we separated them, his sleep and energy improved in under 2 weeks. A useful tip: choose one consistent time and place for your supplement to build a habit. For instance, keep the magnesium on the kitchen counter beside your favorite tea mug. As evening lights dim, your brain associates the routine with relaxation, and that cue alone can enhance sleep over time. And here's what most doctors overlook: magnesium needs time to accumulate. You might not feel a dramatic change in 1 or 2 nights, but over 3 to 4 weeks, as levels stabilize, you'll probably notice deeper sleep, firmer morning erections, and more consistent energy. Now that you understand proper use, let me share something even more vital. This isn't really just about magnesium. It's about trusting your body to recover when provided the right support, and recognizing your best years remain ahead. If you felt your body is failing you, I want you to know it isn't your fault. What you're experiencing isn't weakness. It's biology responding to years of stress, shallow sleep, and deficient nutrients like magnesium. The encouraging part: you can shift the trajectory starting tonight. Stronger erections, improved sleep, steadier energy. These come from aligning with your body's natural rhythm, not battling age. One modest nighttime adjustment can create significant results over time. No instant solutions here, just authentic progress. I'd love to hear from you. Share your age in the comments and tell us your primary sleep or energy struggle. This is a community for men over 50 to learn, encourage, and grow together. Remember, your finest years aren't in the past. They're shaped by the decisions you make beginning tonight. Let's restore health naturally.